Hari Om, Om Shanti. Greetings to all the spiritual seekers and welcome to the divine production on Bhagavad Gita and other divine topics. As all of you know, today is the birthday of Mahaganapati, Vinayaka. You have many names to this Vinayaka, the son of Shankara and Parvati in Kailash. And you see, in today's filming of this divine session, let's give some connection to Bhagavad Gita as to how Lord Ganapati is connected to Bhagavad Gita and Sri Mahabhagavatam, dictated by ancient Rishi Saint Vedvyas, who collected all the Vedas and put them together into 4 Vedas with the help of his disciples. And Sri Mahaganapati served as a scribe to Vedvyas upon the suggestion of Lord Brahma. Post Kurukshetra war, Vedvyas, he was a little agitated. He was actually dissatisfied, although he authored many Puranas, and he did not have the satisfaction of really pointing out the importance, especially the pastimes of the Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna. So he was in a pensive mood and agitated, and he bumps into Rishi Narada. And Narada suggests that you must cover this topic. You're missing something here. That's why you are dissatisfied. You must include Lord Narayana's pastimes. Then only you will have fulfilled your goal of writing on divine topics. That's the one. A mess for you. Yes, Saint Vedvyas realizes this, the missing part in all his scriptures. And then he actually approaches Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, under the dominion of Lord Krishna. And he seeks his suggestion as to who should serve as a scribe when he dictates what all he has in his mind about the Kurukshetra war and about the Lord's Leelas and all his incarnations, etc. And Lord Brahma suggests him the name of Sri Mahaganapati, that Vinayak, the son of Shankar and Parvati in Kailash. At the thought of Sri Mahaganapati for Vedvyas, he appears right in front of him. And then in the beginning, actually, Sri Mahaganapati, he was not ready to really serve as a scribe. But however, he puts one condition that, yes, I am interested in serving as a scribe to what you dictate and jot down everything. And he says that it has to be continuous without any interruption. That's the condition Sri Mahaganapati expresses to Vedvyas to agree. And Vedvyas also puts a condition that you need to understand each and every shlok that I utter, that I dictate to you, and you jot down with these with this feathered pen, and both of them mutually agree to the conditions, and they start writing, and Vedvyas starts dictating Mahabhagavatam and Mahabharatam, in which he also dictates about the Kurukshetra war and the Gita. The many shlokas included in both of these, including the Gita shlokas uttered by Lord Krishna, they sit down and then start doing the work on that authorship. And as Lord Vinayak was writing, he he understood everything, what all that was dictated to him by Ved Vyas. And it took actually 3 years for them to finish this task of dictation and scribing. And in the middle, actually, Sri Mahaganapati faces a problem with his pen, the feathered pen. And then immediately he thinks about one of his tasks to use as a pen. And he actually breaks one of the tasks, especially the left side task. He breaks it apart and uses, he dunks in the ink and then starts scribing what was dictated by Ved Vyas without his notice. And then, however, Ved Vyas comes to know that he is using his broken task to scribe what all he has been dictating. He was quite appreciative. And as all of you know that today is the fourth day, that Chaturthi or Chaviti of Bhadrapada month, as the moon is actually waxing, not waning though. And usually this day falls, his birthday falls in the month of August or September, timeline. People all over the world celebrating his birthday on a grand scale. It almost goes on for a couple of weeks until the idol of Sri Mahaganapati gets immersed in holy waters in different regions of different parts of the world. And let's see, what's the connection here with the Gita shloka? That Gita shloka actually uttered by Adi Shankaracharya. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam. Here there is a correction. Vyasa Shri Mahag Ganapati Nagrathitam Purana Muninam Purana Shishyanam Madhye Mahabharatam Vyasena Shri Mahaganapati Nagrathitam Purana Muninam Purana Shishyanam Cha Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrutavarshini Advaitamrutavarshiniim Bhagavatim Astadashadhyayinim Astadashadhyayinim Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Amba Tvam Anusandadhami Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Bhagavad Gita Bhavadveshinim Ah, ah, ah. Om, O Bhagavad Gita, the mother of wisdom, we meditate upon you, and you have been used to instruct by Lord Narayana himself to Arjuna and to the whole humankind through millions of years, through billions of years, through trillions of years for that matter. And you were written, you were dictated by ancient Rishi Vedvas and scribed by Sri Mahaganapati, Sri Vinayak, Vigneshwar, the son of Shankar and Parvati from Kailash, Puri. Yes, you contain 18 chapters, 18 different yogas, but all culminate into one yoga. That yoga is merging your consciousness with the universal consciousness, the consciousness of Sri Mahaganapati, as Sri Mahaganapati also represents Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu for that matter. He is the divine consciousness. He is the wisdom. He is the one who is at the Muladhara chakra. If he is not activated, you are not active, and your soul also experiences that. Once Sri Mahaganapati, who is at the Muladhara chakra, gets activated, all your bodily systems, including your mental status, your mental functioning, will be proper. Otherwise, you will be dull. You cannot accomplish anything. You cannot concentrate on your tasks. That's how Sri Mahaganapati is very important. And, oh, Mother of Wisdom, you shower the immortal nectar of wisdom on us, and you pour into our mouths and into Arjun's mouth. Whoever is interested in spiritualism and understanding the material life and how to sever bonds with the and how to sever bonds with sorry about that interruption and how to sever bonds with the material aspects, the material life, getting that ultimate freedom, ultimate liberation, that nirvana, that moksha. You have the ability to grant us moksha with your kindness, your grace. That's what you are. We meditate upon you. Only you can liberate us. Oh Bhagavad Gita. So this is the connection we have with Lord Mahaganapati, who helped write Mahabhagavatam and Sri Mad Bhagavad Gita and Mahabharata, dictated by Ved Vyas, and went on for 3 years to finish post Kurukshetra war. Mm, 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 mm. न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम तद्धाम परमं मम आ, Bhagavan, Paramatma, the absolute God, including Sri Mahaganapati, or self-eliminating. They have all the knowledge. They have all the wisdom to share. They have all the boons to grant. You see, the Lord is self-eliminating. He is not eliminated by either the sun or the moon or the fire. God, who works under the dominion of Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna, is self-eliminating. Sri Mahaganapati is also self-eliminating. He has the brilliance, he has the wisdom, he has the power to get rid of all the obstacles from your material life as well as spiritual life, so that you get his qualities, so that you get the qualities of the Paramatman, you get the qualities of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna, for you to liberate yourself, for you to elevate your Atman and situate transcendently and never to come back to the earthly plane. As you know, Lord Mahaganapati is having an elephant head on his huge, powerful body. And you see, he is Gajanan. Gajanan means the god who has elephant face. The elephant face and the trunk is curved in a certain way. The curvature actually signifies that he is compassionate, he is kind, he bestows all the grace and all the boons to his devotees. Gaja does means elephant, and Ga does mean goal. So Ga is goal and Ja is actually the origin. So Ganapati, Lord Ganapati or Lord Ganesh, Lord Vinayak, Lord Vigneshwar, he is the one who knows the wisdom about the truth, the absolute truth. He knows the goal. The goal is to merge your consciousness with that of the Paramatman's consciousness. And he knows the origin, and he is the origin, and he is the goal as well, as he represents Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu, as Parvati wanted a son like Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna. And she did get one. But as all of you know, that He got the elephant head because Parvati's husband Shankara cut his head off as he became an obstacle in the doorway for him to enter his own house in Kailash as Parvati was taking a bath. And as a result, Parvati actually threatens Shankara that she would leave Kailash. She was so enraged. She wanted her son to be alive. She was grief stricken and she was ready to take revenge as well on Shankara. Then Shankara, Lord Shankara, finds an elephant and immediately he puts the head of that elephant on his body and revives him. So that's the background as to how he obtained that elephant's head on his huge, powerful body. And Lord Ganesh holds many things in his forearms. He holds a rope, he holds an axe, he holds some uh, rice balls in his hands. And also, he gives a gesture that he is letting us know that we should be, fearless. He's promising that he will protect you if you become his devotee. And also, wherever he has the rice balls in his or modak, that sweet dish, um, that means he is going to provide you all the nutrients, what all you need for your sustenance. The rope in his one of his hands signifies that you have to rope your evil characters, evil thoughts, all of them, rope around or throw them away, and eggs to cut asunder your ego and cut all your internal enemies, vanquish them, put everything under control, your mind, your senses. That's how he rides on a mouse. So that small mouse actually represents a stealing character or a lobe, that means a greedy character. Although it is so small, it's so busy in hoarding away what all the mouse finds, grains, whatever, and then hoarding and stuffing into its hole without thinking about others. So, Lord Vinayaka rides on it with his huge and powerful body. That means he's putting his senses under control, his greediness under control. That's how he controls his five senses, mind, using his intellect, and abundant wisdom that he has, and the abundant energy to, to vanquish the evil things, demons, etc. And he is the leader of many ganas, many groups in all the worlds. He is the leader. And that's how Lord Shankara bestows on him that he is the first and foremost deity to be worshipped before undertaking any task in this cosmos, in this universe, in this world, in this planet. So it's been that way that Lord Ganesha is the one who is worshipped first and foremost before you worship anyone else. See, this is a privilege he got from his own father. And when it comes to wisdom, look at this situation when sage Narada brings a unique fruit, a divine fruit, to Kailash, and he offers it to Lord Shankara and both of his sons, Lord Ganesh and his brother, younger brother, Kartik. And both of them, they were vying, I need the fruit, I need the fruit. They were vying with each other to get the fruit to eat. When Lord Shankara says that let's have a competition, who gets it really. So whoever goes around the universe and comes back to me, that's the person who is going to get that fruit. And then the moment Lord Shankara said this, to meet the challenge in order to get the fruit, the younger brother gets on his vehicle, um, the, the peacock, and starts to go around the universe. And since Mahaganapati, having a huge body, although it was powerful, he uses his wisdom as to how to accomplish and uh, come out victorious so that he gets the fruit from his father. So he immediately thinks that Lord Shankara is part of the Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwar, all of them combined together, only one God. But you see, in order to administer the whole universe or the cosmos, he expands into many of these forms, the godly forms, the divine forms, for ease of functioning. Although he is the Almighty God, like the human beings, we are all one, but we are all different in different bodies, different shapes, different abilities, different faiths. But when you talk about in terms of spirit and soul, we are all just one, emanated from the Supreme Soul, that spirit soul, the godly soul, the divine soul, just one. So in this cosmos, there is only one thing. I mean, not a thing, I should not say it's a thing. Thing does imply that it is made up of some material or so. Atma is not material at all. It does not have protons, neutrons, electrons, and they are further smaller entities. Atma and Paramatma, they're godly, they're divine, they are the part of the absolute God, that illumination, that Mahabharat, great effulgence. And so he thinks about uh, just going around his parents and present himself to them that he has finished the task. So he does that. He circumambulates um, around his parents and says, I'm done already." So Lord Shankar asks him, "How come? How come you think that you made a round around the universe?" This says that you are part of the Trinity. Uh, you are the God. You are the Lord of the universe or multi-universe or the cosmos. So this makes sense actually. So everything rests on you. So that means when I take a round about you, around you, that means I circumambulated. I finished the distance of that circle. So Lord Shankara was actually pleased to hear that, the way he explained, due to his wisdom. And then he bestows him that he would be the first to be worshipped forever. And it's being done that way by the whole world, worshipping him first for any occasion before you start anything. Okay. So that's how he gets the fruit, the divine fruit from him. And he is also the leader of different ganas in the cosmos, in Kailash. So so now let's concentrate on Lord Ganesh, some of the shlokas in Sanskrit, and the meaning of those shlokas that we hear now and then. Okay, so now we talked about the Gaja. So Ga means goal, and Ja means origin, and Lord Ganesh or Vinayak or Vigneshwar, he knows that, and he is the source of that, as he represents Mahavishnu. We talked about this many times. And then Shuklam Bharadaram Vishnu Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् Sarvavignopa-shantaye. What does it mean? You see, in general, in fact, Lord Ganesha is actually always wearing white clothes, white dhoti, and his complexion is as white as the moon with a little bit of grayish tinge. That is what is Sheshivarnam. And then he has four shoulders, four hands, and his face, Prasannavadanam, very pleasing face. We meditate upon such deity, such Lord, so that he removes all the obstacles from our material and spiritual paths. Agajanana Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadanta Mupasmaye Agajanana Padmarkam Gajanana Maharnisham Anekadantam Bhaktanam Ekadanta Mupasmaye. What does it mean? Agajanana Padmarkam. Agaja is Parvati. She is also known by that name. And Padmarkam, her face would illumine. Her face is lit because of the illumination from her sun. She always considered her son to be the sun, the sun who provides light, because of who all the pranis, they're sustained in this universe and in the other universes. All the solar system is illumined because of the sun. That's how she compares her son's face, so that her face blooms like a lotus flower. अनेकदं तं भक्तानाम् एकदन्तमुपास्मये. He fulfills the wishes of many of his devotees. That is Aneka Dantam. Anekadantam Bhaktanam is devotees. Ekadanta Mupasmaye. 24/7, day and night, he bestows boons on his devotees and removes the obstacles. And he has only one tusk, and the other tusk is broken, as he used the left part of the tusk as a pen while writing, while scribing Mahabhagavatam and Mahabharata, including Gita in it. He was part of the authorship of that sacred scriptures. Mm, mm. So let's chant another shlok on Sri Mahaganapati. Vakratunda Mahakaya, Vakratunda Mahakaya, Suryakoti Samaprabha, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada, Nirvignam Kurume Deva, Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. We strongly believe in Lord Mahaganapati, Lord Vinayak, Lord Vigneshwara, who can remove all the obstacles from our ways in succeeding materialistically and spiritually. And his radiance is equivalent to that of 1 crore Suryas. And whatever we undertake, he has the ability to remove all the obstacles always. And his trunk is curved, which signifies that he is welcoming us to worship him, to show our loving devotion toward him. He is compassionate, he is kind, he is ready to bestow his grace with real peace and make us experience the bliss. We meditate on such a deity, Lord Mahaganapati, Lord Vigneshwar, Lord Vinayak. Herein I mention that, see, the trunk is curved according to this shlok. And also, as you can see in all his idols and pictures, the trunk does not have any bony structure. It is flexible. It is further contracted or extended and bent with only the muscle power. And also, it shows when the trunk goes around any creature, especially human beings, that means you are getting blessings. Lord is very pleased to have you with him. He is showing compassion. He is trying to make you highly pleased with his blessings. In Vedas, it is mentioned that in Kali Yuga, people need to worship and sing the glories of certain deities, including Mahaganapati. When you worship in this Kali age, the age of iron, the fourth age in the cycle of 4 ages, all your miseries will be gone. When you worship Lord Mahaganapati or Chandi, the goddess, it's highly recommended that you do it so that you do not think about the material subjects and objects which actually help you elevate your spirit soul for reaching that abode of peace and bliss. Let's see now, what does the Veda say, the Rig Vedam say about Mahaganapati? Mahaganapati, as you know, he grants the fruits of sacred yagna. When you perform yagna in his name, when you chant mantras in his name, he is highly pleased. Vinayakanam Veda Priyaha Vinayakanam Veda Priyaha Bhadrapada Chaturthi Yagna Mahapriyaha Vinayakanam Veda Priyaha Bhadrapada Chaturthi Yagna Mahapriyaha. He loves to be worshipped on his birthday, on a day such as this, the fourth day from moon when he started waxing. This is the fourth day in Bhadrapada month. He loves to be remembered and performed that yagna, that sacrifice in his name, offering all the oblations to him. And he also loves, if you worship him every day, if you perform that homam to him every day, he loves that too. And also, he loves the Vedas, the sacred scriptures. He also authored, he served as a scribe, as we just discussed about it. So let's see. He is also Gananam Pati. Ganapati. Why is Ganapati? Gana means a certain group. A group can be stars. A group can be a group of sages, saptarishis, galaxies, and all types of bhaktas, the worshippers of different deities. But he is the leader of all these ganas, all these groups, the spiritual groups. So Gam does mean, in Ganapati, Gam does mean eternal knowledge, that the Sanatana dharmic knowledge, the wisdom, Nam does mean mukti, pradhana. So that means he has the ability to grant you mukti, that final liberation, that nirvana, that moksha. He is Isha, that means he is Lord. His father is also a Lord of Trinity. He is also, Sri Mahaganapati also is a Nirakar, Nirgun, Nirvishesh, Brahman as well. He is the one who provides the knowledge for liberation. So that's what Ganapati means. The Pati is the Lord, okay, who has the knowledge, who has the wisdom to provide it to you, and who can liberate you with his wisdom. So now let's learn something from Upanishad, a particular Upanishad, that is Tapini Upanishad. What does it say about Sri Mahaganapati? Ganesho vai, Ganesho vai, Sada Jaya Tavadvai Parabrahma. Ganesho vai, Sada Jaya Tavadvai Parabrahma. He is the eternal supreme truth, and he is Akhanda Satyam. He is the truth which cannot be divided. The truth cannot be divided. It's only one truth, since he represents Lord Krishna, Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva. So he is the truth as well. So he is the embodiment of Parabrahman. And he assumed this huge body riding on a small mouse. And we talked about it. What is the significance of that? And he is considered to be the universal consciousness in the form of effulgence with which he radiates. Vedas, Upanishads recommend highly that while worshipping, if one chants this following mantra 108 times, one can be free from samsara. All your miseries will be vanished. But you need to concentrate on this deity, Lord Mahaganapati, Lord Vinayak, Vigneshwar. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. If you want to perform internal pranayam, just focusing on Sri Mahaganapati in your Bhrukati, and in order to balance the pranic energy, the life force energy within your body, and then activate him, since he is residing in the Muladhara chakra, and all the systems thereby get activated in order for you to realize your truth, your Satya, and then reaching that ultimate Satya, the truth, the great effulgence, the great, that Mahabharat, the Paramatma, the Bhagavan, the absolute God, right in your body, in the Sahasrara Chakra. So remember to chant this mantra 108 times every day. Like Lord Krishna, who shows the cosmic form to Arjun upon his request to reveal his truth. Lord Krishna did reveal his truth by showing his cosmic form. So does Mahaganapati have such a cosmic form. And what all he can do with all his different names when you chant with a one pointed focus on him. Say, if you say Vakratunda Mahakaya, he will remove your Matsarya. That means he has the ability to remove all your internal enemies, Harshadvargas. Ekadanta, Ekadanta Ganapati. When you say Ekadanta Ganapati, Ekadanta Vigneshwar, he will remove your madam, your pride. That Matsarya we talked about, it's the envy. He will remove that. Mahodara Ganapati. When you utter this, Mahodara Ganapati, he removes Moham, the attachment. Gajanana Ganapati, if you say Gajanana Ganapati while focusing on him, he removes the greediness. He removes that lobe from you. Lambodara Ganapati, from all of his devotees. He will remove krodh, that anger. Vikata Ganapati, when you utter this, Vikata Ganapati repetitiously, he removes karma, the desires from you and from all of his devotees. Vignaraja Ganapati, when you utter this, he will remove the mamta, the self-centeredness, self-centered love. He will remove from all of his devotees. Dhoomavarna Ganapati, the moment you say that, he will remove the durabhimanam, the 8 kinds of pride, astamada, and evil mindedness from you and all of his devotees. You need to repetitiously say these mantras. These are all his cosmic names, as he has many shapes, many forms. Lord Mahaganapati is beyond this plane of existence and all planes of existence made up of material energy. He is beyond sattva, rajo, tamo qualities. That's how he is Tvam Tvam Gnatrayatitaha. Tvam Gunatraya Atitaha is beyond the three gunas. Tvam Avastrayatitaha. Tvam Avastrayatitaha is beyond the three states of consciousness: Jagrati, Swapna, and Sushupti. This, the wakeful status of consciousness, and the dream status of consciousness, and the full sleep status of consciousness. He is that. And he is actually beyond those, I should say. He is beyond. He is the silence. Tvam dehatrayatitah. Tvam dehatrayatitah. In general, we have three types of bodies: Sthula Sharira, the gross body; Sukshma Sharira, the microscopic body; and Karna Sharira, the causative body. All of us, we have this. But he is beyond. He is beyond these three bodies. Mm. And finally, and we actually talked about it. Tvam mooladhare sthitosi nityam. Tvam mooladhare sthitosi nityam is the first one to be worshipped. And he is at the first plexus of the subtle noddy system, the Mooladhara chakra. That's the main thing in our body, starting from Mooladhara chakra all the way to the Sahasrara chakra for you to accomplish your goals. He's right there. He needs to be activated. That means you need to meditate upon him for him to be activated and activate the other chakras, the lotus flowered plexus of subtle nadi system. Mm, 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 Hari Om, Om Shanti. Mm, I hope you learned something from this divine filming on this birthday of Lord Mahaganapati Vigneshwar Vinayak. We chanted a few mantras, and it actually gives us the wisdom for us to learn from it and adapt to our life as to how to cultivate our qualities so that they match that of Mahaganapati or Mahavishnu or Lord Shankara or Lord Sri Krishna or Lord Shiva. It's only understanding properly and applying to your life while performing your prescribed duties, at the same time treading the path of spiritualism to accomplish both the goals, but ultimate goal is to be with Sri Mahaganapati on this day or every day, or with Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva for that matter. All of them represent the spirit soul, the super soul, from whom we all got emanated as a sun's rays, different rays, in different parts of the world. But you see, there is only one sun that you see who rises up and then and sets in the evening. But he is there always. He is there always. With this, so long, folks. Shwasti. Mm. Mm. Mm.